What did you say about T-Pain, dog? Get ready for my unmatched aura. Get your mind bag, looking no song, cooking Rick and Morty clone, taking no bread, bacon, out of here, boy. You look like an Amazon smart fridge, came out with Star Wars, Lego Panther number 75299. You look like a villain from Stupid Town. You appear to take a striking resemblance to Pickle Rick and Morty. Fortnite Chapter 6 Season 2 Insert Cool Spy-esque Season Title Number 4
Lawless.
Is the newest season of Fortnite truly a certified masterpiece? This season is many things. It's about crime, it's about a rap beef between T-Pain and a pickle. Sounds okay to me. It's about Mortal Kombat, I guess. Okay. As well as Cowboy Bebop. This season has a lot going on, and while I do enjoy it, it's not necessarily doing amazing at any one thing. It's more so tickling the idea of being great. There's something there, but it's not fully felt. But let's start with the things I like so far. First off, a lot of people have actually disliked the map changes this season and the new biome, but not gonna lie, I really like the aesthetic and look of it. Does it look a little odd with the weird random strips of gold? Kinda. But you get used to it eventually, just like how you get used to being a disappointment. I like Crime City. It's a cool POI, and it kinda reminds me of the Rift Zones from Season X, where once you enter it, the setting and day cycle completely shifts, making for a fun and unique area of the map. Also, the layout of the POI is great in my opinion. I think it operates beautifully, and the grind rails in between buildings helps with changing up the combat and making it feel more fresh, if that makes sense. Outlaw Oasis is fine, I guess. Like, it's cool, but boring. Admittedly, I almost never land here. It's too far out of the way. The loot rarity there never quite justifies the journey, and overall, it just kinda feels a little out of place to me. So what if you can see the dark inside of me? The name of the POI, Lone Wolf Lair, is super cool.
Get it, guys? The joke is I'm being sarcastic.
Lone Wolf Lair is the first new POI that I begin having problems with, and it's not because there's meme coins here. It's because the layout is atrocious. This place is just basically Lavish Lair, except Lone Wolf Lair is pretty bad, and Lavish Lair is really bad. It's comparing two bad things. The layout for both POIs resemble a clunky multi-layer mansion that just has way too much going on. Once you get out of the mansion, it's a great POI, but the main attraction is the thing that's lacking the most. I dislike shiny shafts with a burning passion. Because I see the potential it had. The concept is admittedly very cool. A literal gold mine with grind rails with a cool black market in the neighboring mountain. It sounds like a home run.
But I hate it!
I hate it because the concept is so good, but they just missed the mark. The layout is garbage, the loot rarity sucks, the black market is pretty useless in the beginning of the game, and it's overall just not my preferred place to land when it comes to new locations. Don't get it twisted, they're exponentially better than just about any Chapter 5 POI, but other than Crime City, they're nothing really special, I'm gonna be honest. And on that note, let's talk about the vaults around the map. You take the blue pill, and it tastes like blue. Or you take the red pill, and you become a pickle. Yeah! No more taxes! Ow! The vaults are peak. Mechanically, they operate flawlessly. Vaults this season broke away from the boring and repetitive mechanic of key cards, and are now more refined with thermite explosives, where you have to fend off the vault from various guards and or bosses if that specific POI has the alpha himself spawn there. A big difference between these new vaults and the old vaults, apart from the base mechanic, is that it's actually rewarding. In previous seasons, vaults were cool to go for, but never really felt like a game changer necessarily, whereas in Lawless, it actually feels impactful whether or not you get a vault. And another plus is that if you can't get a vault in a match, you have many other options, like the train, or those tanky cars, or even black markets if you find dill doubloons. Point being, there's more options for doing what's essentially the same thing. You're more rewarded, and it's balanced and more challenging. Overall, the vault mechanic is a huge win. I choose Gloom. Dang, bro, that's a pretty good one. I know, right? Like, it's actually I cast John Fortnite. What? I cast John Fortnite.
Where are you getting these?
I cast John Fortnite.
How many do you have?
John Fortnite casts Hollow
Is that a
Fort
reskin
Jones.
of the Hollow Purple?
Domain expansion.
That's not how this works!
The loot pool in this season is actually really fun. Good assault rifles with the introduction of the collateral damage assault rifle, good shotgun loot pool, good SMGs, good pistols, good snipers, cool additions with the scanner and gold rush mechanic. The explosives are meh, with the sticky grenade launcher's return, but admittedly it's not the worst. But what is the worst is the melee weapons. We got two brand new ones, Sub-Zero's combat kit and the kneecapper, and one of them I hate.
I'll give you a hint. It is not Sub-Zero's combat kit.
The kneecapper sucks, to the absolute surprise of no one. But, you know, because every season we get an overpowered melee weapon, and over again we get the same people saying, "Skill issue, get better." No, Timmy, there is no skill issue here. The amount of skill it takes to use a melee weapon in Fortnite is like your love life. Non-existent. If you think I'm saying you can't have fun using these items, then you are the problem here. But the devs at Fortnite need to take a step back and rethink the melee weapons. Are they fun? Of course they are. But items can still be fun and work. We've seen the same song and dance throughout the past few years of Fortnite. A new season releases. Oh me, oh my! Is that a melee weapon? What do you think is going to happen? The kneecapper is flawed, and the users are insufferable, but it's fun, so we should at least acknowledge that. But hey, at least medallions are finally in a reasonable state. Hi guys, my name is Anthony Fantano, and I'm here today to make a tier list of my favorite artists, starting with Big Dill. The first update of this season is good, but I have one issue. The pump and dump. In concept, it's a sick weapon. Holding a shotgun and SMG? Pretty cool, not gonna lie. But everything that made this weapon cool immediately falls apart when you pick it up. The damage super sucks, it's not a good shotgun, and it's not a good SMG. The accuracy sucks, and the ammo runs out quickly. On all fronts, it's redundant. Because why would I want mediocre versions of two guns with the bonus of saving one slot when I can have two really good guns and only have to still use two slots? It makes no sense. But let's say you find the damage to be good on both, right? It still doesn't matter because the SMG half of the gun is now purely close range. No medium range capability and no aim down sights. Less ammo, less damage, and less happiness. Why on earth would I take two guns that suck versus two guns that are amazing? It just doesn't make any sense to me. But once again, I will acknowledge that this is a super cool concept and is fun to use. But once again, I will also acknowledge that just because something is balanced doesn't mean it can't be fun. Weapons can still be balanced and can be fun. Something doesn't have to be underpowered to be fun or overpowered to be fun. Something can work well and be fun. So far, it's a fun season, but like I said, it's most definitely flawed. And like I said, the season does a lot of things well, but not any one thing is amazing exactly. And I just feel like something is missing. Even though it's early in the season, something just feels off or missing almost. But anyways, my rating so far for the season is a solid 7.5 out of 10. But what do you think about the season so far? Let me know down in the comments below.
You should like the video so I can get money. Ooh, you should comment so you can give me your thoughts. Ooh, you should subscribe so I can get money. Ooh, you should share the video so I get in the algorithm. Ooh.